We're taking a look at some Reddit posts today for Call of Dragons, asking some pretty solid questions. Some for new players, others for other players. Let's dive into the first question and give our personal opinion. If your friend invites you to play Call of Dragons, what's a good starting choice? We have Fasara in the comments section replying to this, saying that they believe that all the races are fairly equal, which I don't actually agree with right there, because I don't believe that orcs are probably the best as a starting point. Elves, humans, they could do okay. Let's read his the rest of his comment. Humans and mages are the meta for bridge fights. Orcs, marksmen are best for fighting behemoths and can be good at countering mages. And elves are all about cavalry and killing farms and hitting and run tactics. Personally, this player is a free-to-play player, or a low spender I should say, and they have heaps of fun playing with elves. They give a last word of advice here. Artifacts play a huge role in your strategy, so have your free faction change token and use it after you've collected 4 to 5 legendary artifacts. If you get lucky and pull 2 to 3 good marksman artifacts, pick orcs. If you get cavalry artifacts, go elves. And if you get magic, go humans. You guys know that I went humans. Being a mage allows you to stay pretty much out of the battle, which is actually going to relate to a question we focus on later on inside of this video. But being a mage gives you the most range inside of the game. You can get behind some of your stronger players if you're a low spender or a free-to-play player, and you don't have to take as much damage, as long as you don't attack archers that have that crazy counterattack damage. Cavalry, those are going to be really for some of the people that are looking to spend inside of the game and really invest quite a bit. Archers are good, so if you want to go with Gwen and go with the elves and be an archer, you're going to suffer a little bit with range, but you're going to get more attack damage from your units, and you're going to be able to offer the counterattack damage for those mages that try to attack you. As two armies faced off, a battle was about to erupt. What we're talking about here is how to position yourself inside of a battle. Now, of course, this depends on if you're cavalry getting right up into the battle, an archer staying off to the side, or a mage trying to drop back as far as you can, stay protected by everyone else. So a couple of tips here. The first one being, don't attack rallies. I think this has become the first warning we need to give any sort of new player coming into an alliance war. Basically, in a fairly recent update to the game, they now allow individual troops to attack rallies. Basically, this is a guaranteed loss since it's you fighting a whole nother group of players, but this is also going to give you a bunch of counterattack damage that's going to affect your teammates around you, which sucks for those who get caught in the crossfire because of someone else's mistake who doesn't know any better. Thankfully, there should be a fix coming in an upcoming update so that your friends around you don't get pulled into the battle because of counterattack damage. You're going to want to join rallies. The only way to fight a rally is by sending another rally from your alliance towards them. The rallies basically act as tanks now, and they're the ones leading the charge into attack, pushing into the enemy's territory, so always get them in or behind them, even if you're lacking a bit in your troop strength, especially if you go behind. It's a great way to stay involved inside of the battle, even if you're not one of the strongest ones out in the battlefield. And you're going to want to attack and move. Don't stay stagnant. You absolutely have to keep paying attention since you're probably not the strongest on the battlefield. You can't ignore your leaders and troops while they're out there. You need to stay vigilant, sticking behind your whales and attack when the opportunity is just right. That's going to be when the enemy is at yellow health. You'll have to deal with less counterattack damage at that point in time, and you're going to be able to prevent yourself from getting targeted. As soon as the enemy is dead, move back out of the battle and wait for another opportunity to present itself. And if you decided to go with elves, you may be wondering, what is the best pairing for Gwen? Well, we have a few suggestions here. Quite a few. You could go with Kanara. She isn't only impressive as a marksman hero, but she also serves as an excellent means to safeguard your Gwen from being relentlessly targeted. Nico is probably one of my favorites personally. The guy shares similarities with Kanara, being a pretty good marksman who pairs well with Gwen also. Or you can go with Craig because he resembles Gwen in terms of being a marksman, and while he may not be the most aggressive, he does pretty good as a secondary hero. Hosk, he's one of the strongest commanders inside of the game, and he can be used alongside of Gwen as well. And if you take a look at his first and third skills, they give a massive buff to Gwen. Atheist can serve as another strategic commander choice to pair with Gwen, especially for open field combat. He's going to offer added benefits for skill damage, extra range, and a boost in march speed for all of the troops. It's always fun to check in with Reddit and see what people are asking and what I feel about those questions. So that's what we did here today. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.